My husband was diagnosed with end-stage dementia, and we had a pretty bad year. And I felt I wanted him at home, and I wanted to take care of him. But as his illness got worse, I knew I couldn't do it alone. I talked with the kids, and they said, "Why don't you call Fairhope Hospice?" And so, after much thought, we did call, and it was the best thing ever happened to us. From that time on, my stress level came down. One particular night, it was late, and his pain was so bad. And so I called him and I said, "What am I to do?" It wasn't 5 minutes till a beautiful nurse called me back. And she says, "I'm across town. I'll be back over there real shortly." And she came in with this big smile and put me at ease. And she examined him, and right away she called our family doctor, and they adjusted his medication. But even though it was late, she sat in the chair there, and I bet we talked for another hour. And she gave me a big hug, and she says, "Everything's going to be okay." The other thing I saw was how they took care of Ed. He only had a few days to live, but they bathed him, they shaved him, brushed his teeth, and combed his hair, which he was very particular about. Everything, and he smelled of cologne. I could smell that when we walked in. And to me, that's dignity. That's love. That's caring. That's what you need at this time. And so a few days later, he was back into the terrible pain to where I couldn't turn him or take care of him. So within an hour and a half, the ambulance was here. They transported him, and Debbie and I went out. It's the first I'd ever been there. And my first thing I saw was this beautiful little caregiver, whistling, walking down the hallway. And my husband was a whistler. He was a happy man. And I thought, I'm home.
In their last days, it's not a place to go and die. It's a place to go just for your final days of living. It really was. And I know the day before he passed, one of the nurses had been so nice. I mean, they would come in and would hold his head. They would rub his head. I asked her, I said, "I don't know how you deal with this every day." And she said, "Well, it's a calling. And if you're not called, you can't do this." And I said, "It shows." They're like guardian angels.
I felt love from those people. We walked in, and there was one of the nurses, and she hugged us, and she said, "He's gone." And they let us go in. They shut the door. They gave us privacy. We could stay as long as we wanted. It was just, that part was wonderful too. I mean, obviously we all go through these times where we lose loved ones, but to me, that will last. That's in my memory, that the last moments, even though Dad was gone, I still had that comfort there.
They still call
Yes.
and ask how I'm doing. And I say, I'm doing great. for the simple reason that he died the way he was supposed to, in peace and, like I say, dignity. And so I can cope with that now, because I know we did the best we could for him. And Fairhope Hospice was there for us every step of the way.